warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Miami Dolphins. Strap in. This will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette, and he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. This defense for the Dolphins, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
On 2nd and 9, Brady escaping the pressure right. Looking downfield for Godwin. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Now they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. This will be caught. It's Waddle. Off the way in for a Miami touchdown. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action. Now it's Brady. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. 23 yards the pickup there. But defensively here, Charles, I'd have to imagine coming up with a game plan to stop Tom Brady. Many have tried. Few have succeeded. What do you see as their best course of action?
Well, besides stating the obvious, which is having great guys who can cover, and we know how difficult that is in the NFL, I say it's inside pressure. The guy's up the middle in his face because he's not the type of athlete who can get out to the perimeter and hurt you. He lets you step up in the pocket and throw downfield. If you have a couple of good pass rushers right in his face, right in his grill, that's your best chance to slow him down.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41. Here's a give to Fournette. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Brady going to throw. They'll swing this out to Fournette. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Now a play fake. Brady. Flushed out right. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. He's at the 40. The 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Shit.
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him. I was waiting for them to get there first because the momentum they carry from last week, unbelievable. They had a snowman, 8 sacks.
You were surprised that it took this long, and this isn't that long, truthfully. But here's the thing. If you've seen that on tape, your offensive line is going to have to ask for help. Tight end has to stay in. If you use a fullback, keep him in. Make sure you have extra people to try and keep your quarterback upright. Didn't work on that play.
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
On the ground, it's Calais. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Here's Tua. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Buccaneers 2-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Buccaneers nothing.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and set them down.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Fournette once more on 2nd down. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Bucs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Brady. And he finds Gronk. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On play action, now Brady. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Michael Kendricks picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 2nd and 20. A handoff to Fournette. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. To throw, it's Brady. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now. There's so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. He's got a first down past the 30. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. 64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Well, hello. I mean, it took him a while to get him a rep, but that's quite an introduction to this game.
And not just hello. How about goodbye to the defense as he went past him? Big-time run on his first carry of the game.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
Now Brown, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
It's not often that we see big plays end in disaster, and we just absolutely saw it right there. They had something really big cooking on that one.
Can you, when you're down near the goal line like that on a big play, do you get maybe a little too careless, a little too desperate for the goal line?
I think the last part is exactly right. You get desperate for the goal line, and sometimes you get the ball out ahead, away from your body, or you're trying to extend to get there, or maybe you're just trying so hard that the ball will come out of your hands. In any event, that's a big opportunity lost.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On play action, here's Tua. Throw left side complete. That's Stevenson. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Marquez Stevenson. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Eluding the pressure right. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Pulls it in at the 13. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep.
And he's going to wind up getting this all the way down to the Buccaneers' 27-yard line.
So that about the shortest pass a quarterback can make, but it winds up going for a bundle.
Yeah, let's face it, in the stats, it sure looks like a heck of a throw, doesn't it? It's almost like in baseball when you get that little Texas leaguer that turns into a double. You would think that you hit it off the wall. Big-time play for him on a short little pass.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 21-yard line.
Again, it's Calais.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Noon didn't get a whole lot better there.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
Well, for an inside linebacker, I think you'd agree when I say that he is fast to the football, and he proved that thesis correct on that last play.
The kick by Sanders is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that. One guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things, and I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Again, it's Fournette. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now they'll throw with Brady. This is caught by Evans. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 22-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Fournette running right. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On play action, it's Brady. He'll buy some time right. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. Ryan Succop on for the point after. And he's got it as the score is now 31-7. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Taken from about the 12. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Tua to his Alabama teammate Waddle. First down, Miami. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Calais. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Raymond Calais, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Brings up the 3rd and 5.
Bound to lose one. Mike 38, Mike 38. Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that's caught inside the 35. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Chris Godwin. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bucs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Levante David. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Flush to his right.
Near the sideline, there's Evans.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, the Jets sweep. This is Godwin. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On second down now, Bernard. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Giovanni Bernard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. So what can Brady do here as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. Brady will look to throw for it. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And the Dolphins are going to recover. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll run. Calais.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18.
114 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Play action. Now it's Tua. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
They run with Calais.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Tua going to throw.
There's Fuller for a Dolphin touchdown.
Will Fuller with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Dolphins are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Now Bernard. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Brady now to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Now Brady. Escaping the pressure right. And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 2nd and 10, Brady. He'll drop this off for Bernard. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Play action, now it's Brady. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. There he goes right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a play fake. Brady. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 24. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Clock ticking.
2nd and 8.
Check, watch 54. Watch. I got him. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, Defensive tackles, because we asked them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. It's caught inside the 25. And they're able to get this way down there inside the Tampa 20.
Even with the big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything.